by Lopez. NJIT has made a change on the outside. We talked about the depth, and they brought in Gustavo Čurkanović. Floater is played here by the new player, and Gustavo Čurkanović. Nowak is dug up. Mellon swinging away, reach out and stuff someone. One of three Brazilians in this one. He has a foot fault. That was seen. It's also third in the EIVA in hitting percentage and points per set. Not aces, as that one consistency. They need their serves to stay in there. Not a team that brings the firepower serving-wise like some teams. Although Ethan Wells by Whitfield. Off of the top of the block on the swing by Aleshu. Dug up by Mellon. Mellon with the bick. Oh, coming out of nowhere is Diego Lopez for the pancake. From the back row, Mellon will pound that one for the winner. And the Tigers lead by 4. As we are halfway through game number 1. Side-out consistency. They need to maintain strong side-out performance. That has been something that has been trending upward throughout the year. Blocked back, run the middle, but Hines left it short. A rare misfire for Alex Hines. You got to be able to adapt to what you see, because they will likely make changes today. Andre Aleshu down the line, nearly decapitating. That's what you do if you're Lib. 4-point lead for the Tigers. Lopez, who likely will be an all-conference Lib for NJIT, saves it. He has an ace today, bringing the pressure. Another good serve, nearly thrown off the court, and then stuffed back. More pressure from Aleshu. Alvear with a much better pass, and that will sail wide. Again, Kelly and Whitfield played with the hands by Werner, and there's an answer by Mellon to get the side out after NJS kills over his 4 years at Brophy College Prep out in Arizona. And that's just why. Good eye here by Nowak. Short float, a little too tight to the net, and Kelly has to dump it over. From the back row, Aleshu puts that one down. A piece in what we expect to be a match that could potentially go the distance today. Would not be surprised at all. Better connection there, Kelly and Tristan Whitfield as he buries it. To shoot, I should say it's Danny Latkowski in the middle. Here's Nowak, and Nowak got stuffed. Combo block here, well executed by Owen Mellon. Whitfield certainly could put on the service pressure. And just long there, side out NJIT. Range of volleyball is broad. They feel that they could beat a top 5 team in the country on any given night, but Sam Schweisky wasn't kidding. We're up this year with a team that not a lot of these guys saw a ton of action last year. They bring back, and with Andrew Fedmasu out for an extended period of time with an injury, he's been inserted in the lineup, and he has been outstanding as that come in for Parker Moorhead. And he left it short. Side out Tigers. Bills lead Princeton so far. He highlighted the right guy in the pregame show. Slug down, Victor Nowak. They also are bringing in Harrison Gerard, 6'3" sophomore. And Grenade figures into that OH2 situation with Moorhead and Čurkanović, but right now he's the one seeking the playing time as their Lib. And dropping back to serve will be Ethan Wells. Everywhere, because he can do that. Victor Nowak buries it. And Nowak has put up double-figure matches as he puts that one down. And now Princeton will use a time. Calvis, not Sam Schweisky, it's Danny Goncalves. But him and Sam are good friends, and that's what makes this rivalry so much fun. 12 seasons, but the Highlanders right now are finding ways to string points together, 2-3 in a row. Such a critical aspect of this game. Point lead. Going to go here to the right side. And that nine. Aleishu, it's run down here by Kelly on the free ball, blocked back. And I don't think they'll be able to save that one. Valiant effort though, as touches by Vina and Owen Mellon, but Highlanders have. Now we'll take Princeton out of system a bit, and it doesn't matter. The attack by Vina, teams in their blocking schemes. Tigers lead by 1. Aleishu with the tough pass. They leave it here for Nowak, and he buries it in the earth. And he will drop back to serve. Just long. He's been trying to go short, so this is more of an opportunity to freeze the server. NJIT knows they just got to pass this one and give their offense a chance. 5-5 on the year. They are unbeaten in this building, the Joel and Diane Bloom Wellness and Events Center. Just going to leave it for Nowak, tough angle, but he's able to keep it between the antenna. Swing away, reach out, and stuff someone. Daniel one. They go to Vina. Saved here by Lopez, and Figueredo's going to dump this over. Here's Mellon right through the block. Nolan Kelly serving for the set. And that one between Aleishu, that it could be potentially by committee. Well, Mellon one night, Andrew Warner another night, maybe even Mason Rice when he returns, or Ambrose Anglin. Figueredo couldn't stab it back as he was running into the pole, and that will go down as an ace for Ryan. Aleishu a little bit off the mark, and Nowak can't save it, and there looks like there's some communication issues right now. Goes right back at Aleishu, and Alex Hines puts it away. 2 kills and an ace. Good pass there by Alviar. Werner, well disguised with the tip over the block for the put away. Better pass by Aleishu. In the middle, Hines. That'll come back on 1. Chance for the Highlanders to run the offense again. Why not? Right back to here. He'll serve it. Played here by Werner. That's blocked back, and then a stab will come over. One more time, keep feeding the middle. And this time it's Daniel Latkin. So maybe one of those guys who fell through the cracks a little bit, but he continues to get better every day. And Ryan Vina drops that in the lap of Aleishu. Pass by Aleishu. This time it's Churkanovic through the block for the kill. And we're tied at 5. Kills in this one. That all came in that first set. Blocked back. Alviar stabs at it. And they will set up Mellon. Cast in a couple weeks in the IVA play when George Mason comes to town. Off of the tape, Alviar lays out for that. Good hustle plays for each team. And there is Victor Nowak into the table, tooling the block. Nowak, who's had as many as 20 kills this year. That was against Purdue Fort Wayne. That one will sail. Given the first 3 matches against Hawaii and then Ohio State. But since the Ball State match, he's really turned things around. As that is stuck through the seam by Daniel Letkowski. 13 against LIU, 14 against FDU. And here is an ace by Churkanovic. Just Mellon able to tool the block. Had a great challenge here from Parker Moorhead. All these guys in the gym battling it out for who's going to be the starter. Of course, Harrison Gerard in that mix as well. He has had 11 kills, and he's hitting .526. Good serve by Daniel Latkowski, I should say. A little tight to the net, played by Figueredo. Blocked back. Another broken play, and then Bruno Figueiredo, oh, he wanted that setter kill, and he got shut down. He had there. Highlanders lead by 2. Ethan Wells, your server. Figueiredo puts it right back. He says, oh, it's Werner will tool the block for the side out for the Tigers. 5th kill for Werner. And he's 14 kills in a match. That was against USC. Hines, who lives not far from USC, puts that one away. Set and potentially tie us at 1 apiece. Aleshu rips that one. Good pass by Werner. Vina, that will be stuck in the corner. Perfect spot for Ryan as a freshman. As that is wide. Vina came in as a middle. In fact, he's listed, and their setter. They don't list outside or right side. Great stab here off the net by Figueiredo, but on the free ball, Nolan Kelly puts it away. See so he kind of stuck, classified as one position as Daniel Latkowski buries that one. Great connection there between Figueiredo and Latkowski. Like Vina as a middle can also play the pin, and that gives Princeton so many matchup opportunities as they try to figure out what is that one lineup that gives them the best chance. 4 kills for Aleshu, and they will begin utilizing him more. And the Highlanders have a 15-12 lead here in set number 2. We have reached the official timeout in our second set. And FDU. Highlanders lead by 3 here in the second set. The back set off the block, played by Cherkanovic. And Victor Nowak absolutely annihilated freshman campaign. In the middle, Highlanders were a little late for the block, but did get a touch there in Wells. Here's Aleshu, left it short, something he rarely does. His second air. That's going to be tight to the net. And Princeton left it short, but lucky to keep it alive. And this time Aleshu, no doubt about it, tooling the block. Interesting enough, on that free ball, well, your server missed it just wide. And EIVA fans may remember Carson Williams, who ended his career as an all-conference player. Got a little bit of time as a freshman. Very similar player, but the difference is Latkowski actually came in stronger than Carson Williams. Williams has had his he's understanding better diets. Latkowski is just going to keep getting better. And with that's long, Andrew Fedmasu, and when he does return from injury, he will graduate. Put it away with the Bick and the blast. When Mellon puts away his 8th kill. Hines off of the chest of Vina and comes back over. A little tight there on the joust. Princeton now with a chance. Reaching back is Hines, and it'll fall between. 391 have not committed an error. NJIT with 18 points, 15 of them coming via kill. Aleshu lays out for that one. Here's Nowak. Entered the day. The numbers I received from Danny Goncalves, just 12% errors on his serve this year. Werner, the Phoenix native, will serve it away. Figueiredo going to leave it here for Hines. Mellon going to tip it over. Figueiredo's there. Diego Lodrad out of Triple H's hometown of Greenwich, Connecticut. Just missing the back line was Jaravier behind Penn State legend Mark Pavlik, who will retire at the end of this season. There's Tristan Whitfield to serve. Turkanovic, two on the top of the block. Thoughts, I will share some of them throughout this broadcast from Chweisky and Gonsalves. There's Vina off the block into the antenna, and now underneath our scores table. Side out, Tigers with the jump float off the mark by Turkanovic. Kelly, I should say, Lopez did save it, but the initial bad touch allows Princeton to tie it. And I can't believe that one got overturned, at least from the angle I'm looking at. But again, they do have those angles where they're able to slow it down, and Sam Chweisky and company win the challenge, and now we are all square at 22. Good serve here by Mellon. Leishu will send it right there at Kelly. Triple block for NJIT, and it worked as Ryan Vina NJIT allows them to win the point. It's 23-22, and Daniel Letkowski will serve. They've brought back in Mateusz Bobkowski, the London native, or was it on the line? Take a look at this one. Ryan Almonte, our floor official, says it was out. Janet Elder, who's an experienced official herself on the line, says it was in. Oh, I see what they now want to look at. Did it touch Leishu on the way out of bounds? Let's look at this in very slow time. It's really hard to tell from that angle because you can't really see through wells. Who before volleyball was a competitive swimmer for 8 years. And an error by Nowak. He clips the antenna. And the Tigers with an opportunity. Hines, can this be pulled back? Oh, it's going to fall. Miscommunication there between Wells and Mellon. It probably should have been Mellon's ball. You see it there. The players, they look at each other. That is what you call the marriage. We'll leave it here for Leishu. Run down by Alvear. Vina dug up here by Nowak. Leishu off balance. Stabbing at it is Alvear, and this will be tipped over. Chance for the Highlanders to run their own. I've had one of those. I know how frustrating it can be. Off of the tape, Leishu there for it. Leishu off the block, comes over on one. Second chance here for the Highlanders. Hines, oh, nearly decapitates Ryan. Top server. Kelly dumps on two, but wow, Bruno Figueiredo read that well. Nowak cross court into the seam, drops it at the feet. The attitude. Coach Chweisky says they play light and with love. With the stutter step off the triple block, gets it to fall in. Turkanovic, who had been below water, now even with 3 kills, 3 errors in his 2 sets of action. Came in very late in the opening set for Parker Moorhead, who after really a great run of matches, of course there's still Harrison Gerard in that spot as well. Nice hook up there. That will be 4 touches as Figueiredo and Daniel Letkowski. That development as he drops in the ace right in front of Werner. A year ago, Victor Nowak was a liability, close to 70 service errors. And I asked head coach, he's as good as he is, so he's not going to miss that often. And that could be a kill for Turkanovic off the block into the antenna for the whistle. Didn't think that he is going to be an All-American caliber player before his time in Newark is done. There's Sam Chweisky jotting down some notes. Chweisky played his career at Division III Vassar, which back then was playing Division I teams all the time. Won a national title up there in the Hudson Valley as that one sails deep into the night. As he said this is a young team. They are maturing weekly. He thinks every week they're getting a little bit better. And it's interesting to watch that weekly development. They just got to keep staying on track, which they appear to be, as Victor Nowak just, they go out to the right side, I should say, reach out and stuff someone. One-on-one. Don't challenge the big Polak as he puts it to the floor. Werner, 6, and then Nowak has almost as many as that by himself. Figueiredo played that dump shot well. Nowak swinging away, and one more time just jams it through that triple block. Not a great matchup himself. This time, though, off of the block. I've gotten 3 souvenirs, by the way. That keeps landing in my lap. It's a good thing I can play defense. On the joust play, Lopez able to read that. Nowak, oh my God! Down the line with authority. Leishu, nice serve. Mellon was able to bring that back. Reach out and stuff someone. Alex Hines, and guess who? Victor Nowak teaming there to shut the door. And I believe the Highlanders were into the net. It was Nowak. He immediately covered his eyes, guilty as charged. Take a look at this one. Yeah, touched the tape there. Last outing, as Princeton's won their last 2. Bruno Figueiredo was a back row attacker there, so he could not go over the tape as he tried to save that one. And that error will hand the ball back. Off the tape, laying out for that one was Turkanovic. Cross court, no answer for Victor Nowak as he sizzles that off of the dig. Attempt for Princeton. Look at this backside here. That did not go low. Vina would have dug that up. Was able to have the glancing blow off his right shoulder. Highlanders 13-11. Alex Hines off the net. Blocked, but out of bounds. And that will be a kill for Tristan Whitfield. Here's Whitfield to serve. That is long. For a moment, it looked like maybe it would catch the line, but it missed by about 8 inches. On the year, offensively, and again, Princeton has played some pretty good teams in UC Irvine and a USC team that I think is actually underrated, even being in the top 5. They are averaging 11.1 kills per set, but opponents over 13. Mellon stabbing at that was Werner to keep it alive after the block back. They'll go here to the outside. Turkanovic! Did he get it? He did not. He missed just wide. They leave it for guess who? Victor Nowak. And he puts down kill number 19. He is one shy of his career high. The Highlanders lead 15-13. And we have reached our technical timeout here in game number 3. The Highlanders trying to take down 19th ranked Princeton. Most dangerous thing in sports, and that's called confidence. Into the seam, that good serve there by Turkanovic. What a dig here by Turkanovic. Stab at by Nowak, but he couldn't keep it in play, and that will be up too long. Highlanders will go to the bench. This is the sub that we see most often. 37 blocks, nearly 1%. Left this one short. Hit 6 blocks against NJIT on February 14th of last season. Again, the Highlanders looking to snap a 9-match losing streak against Princeton. Princeton leads the over, and Nowak, he's met there by Werner. Leishu going to dump it deep, run down here by Mellon. Turkanovic plays that one off the block. That's down. Victor Nowak, his 20th kill to tie his career high. And Princeton, which was within one, starting to see this one slip away at 19-15. Danny Goncalves' squad playing with confidence here for Figueredo. This one left short. 20-16, Highlanders still a 4-point lead. Nowak sticks it through the block. Keep them coming. His 21st kill. That is a career high now for Victor Nowak, and we know we have at least one more set to go. Highlanders hoping to go to the fourth set, leading 2-1. So Werner, 8 kills, second most on Princeton today. Gonna come over on one and back in one. Free ball city, Owen Mellon makes the Highlanders pay. That's where that service pressure comes in. It was a key to victory for both teams. The Highlanders will talk this one over. Cannot let this slip away if you are NJIT. In this third set, 11 kills, 6 errors for the Highlanders, 7 kills, 22 attempts here for Princeton. Right here at 21. And it goes over again. That's 3 in a row. Werner with the pressure. Werner couldn't get much of that on from the back row. Turkanovic got blocked back, but they'll recycle this with the touch by Lopez. And then who else? Victor Nowak putting this team on his shoulders like Atlas. 20-20. Highlanders go to the bench. First time today, we will see their backup setter, who often will come in to serve for NJIT. 7.5 of the match. You ask how you have 7.5, because triple block, there's 3 guys, so each guy gets credit for a block assist. That's 3. That's for your 0.5. There you see the ace by Figueredo. Some of the highlights in this set. Victor Nowak, that was his career high, tying 20th kill. The rotation where he swings from the outside. And then, ooh, just look at that well-formed block and the celebration from Daniel Letkowski. Andrew Fedmasu got hurt against Ball State. He will join me for the Mason match if he's not back in the court, but we hope he's back in the court. And that will tool the block. And Princeton finally gets that side out that they covet. Back in Mateusz Bobkowski. That switch with Bruno Figueredo for the blocking sub to give NJIT a potential triple block with a smaller front row. That's because Nowak at 6'10" now is dropping back to serve. 3 set points for the Highlanders. Blocking sub decision by Danny Goncalves. What a cerebral play. And the Highlanders on their 8th block. Their 5th of the set. Take game 3, 25-21, and lead this one 2-1. A year later, make it make sense. This is set 4 here in Newark. Princeton and NJIT, each of them playing in their EIVA opener, and Victor Nowak, who has a career high 22. Way to feed Daniel Letkowski if I'm Bruno Figueredo. 7 kills, no errors, and 8 swings. And Alex Hines pretty good too. Don't forget that guy, Andre Aleshu, buries it in the earth. And a big, big smile for the 2-time awardee. He's been an offensive player of the week. He's been a defensive player of the week. The EIVA does not hand out a rookie of the week, because if they did, he would probably have that every week. They leave this one again for Aleshu. And I believe the issue is, Diego Lopez played that with his hands in the front row. You can't do that if you're a lib. You have to have the platform pass. You can only set from behind the 10-foot line, and that's why it is side out As the Tigers look for a different look. A little surprised by Vina, although he's going to come back in now. Like to keep him on the floor if you can. So that's 7 kills, 10 digs, 2 aces. He's back out there. They will give it to Whitfield. And it looks like actually they made a change. Vina now's not on the right side. He's back to what is his maybe more natural position in the middle where he's listed on the roster. And Ethan Wells not on the court. And the Highlanders can't, do they get it to stay on the floor? They do! Combo block by Nowak and Hines. Block number 9.5 for NJIT. And this is Hines to serve. And there, Vina swinging away. That's going to take a moment for Latkowski to kind of figure out that matchup. Of course, Vina's such in between Vina and the setter, Nolan Kelly. And the Highlanders down 6-3 will want to call an early timeout. They don't want to see this 4th set get away. So we'll take an official timeout as well. Highlanders lead 2-1. Tigers on top. Get it there, Gustavo Turkanovich. Miscommunication right in the seam between Alvear and Rice. Turkanovich there, digs up the attack by Vina. A lace shoot pounds it. And this will be tipped over to keep it alive. And the first error of the match for Latkowski as they couldn't take advantage of Princeton being out of system. For Nowak, will time with Sebastian Sanchez of George Mason, who had 24 kills against a brand new program, UMES, back on January 31st. It's way more impressive to do it against the 19th ranked team in the country in the Princeton Tigers. Turkanovich with the dig on the attack by Rice. And the block is kicking right now for the Tigers. Tristan Whitfield and Owen Rice. Nowak couldn't split that one. And they're trying to ease them back into play right now. Mason actually swung really for the first time consistently earlier this week. That muscle memory back. And that is planted by Victor Nowak. So that's 24 kills as the Exans tools it for the Princeton side out. Here is Mason Rice, second team all EIVA last year as a freshman. Likely would have been the conference rookie of the year if they handed out a newcomer of the year. The 6'7" junior out of Virginia Beach, we look at it here, puts it between Lopez and Turkanovich. Tigers regain a 2-point lead. Rice, last year, averaged 3.47 points a set. That was top 10 in the EIVA. Tristan Whitfield, another shutdown. Look at this one again. I think that's a solo block if I'm scoring it for Whitfield because Werner had not clearly come over to participate yet. And the Tigers, Mellon off the block, played here by NJIT. Figueiredo will leave it for Alex Hines. Hines puts away kill number 7. And I love the back set there. And a big smile from Hines. And a misfire there. Alishu did not miss by much. Highlanders have been the best passing team in the EIVA this year. Princeton part of the Rice Mellon combo to serve. Latkowski. That connection didn't work there. Too far. just his second error. And the Highlanders gonna chat about this. Where's the watch? We'll send this to the 5th. And then race to 15. We'll leave this here for Victor Nowak, and he puts it in the back corner. Kill number 27. Another tough serve there by Cherkanovic. Leave it here for Werner, and that one won't come back. Side out Princeton. Danny Gonsalves stone-faced after that one. Here you see Dan Riley, his longtime assistant, behind him. Brian Vina serving away here. Senior out of Manhattan Beach, Cali. Bruno Figueiredo showing setters can swing too. Bruno Figueiredo feasting on free balls. You look at this, your old-fashioned ice to server technique. We've all done it who's played this game, especially in these tight spots. NJIT takes it. In the middle, off of the knee will come over. Miscommunication, and NJIT will free it over. Princeton with a chance to tie. A little bit of a communication breakdown. Blocked back. Tigers will recycle. They leave it here for Mellon. Off of the tape. Figueiredo's there for it. Cherkanovic gets blocked. On the comeback, they give it to Nowak. Kill number 29 ends it. And NJIT will likely be in the national